Hi guys, let's make pizza. Measure 400 grams, 400 milliliter of water, 1.5 teaspoon of yeast, dry yeast to be precise. Mix that in, and I also had biha or leftover dough that I left the other day, and then I also measured 4 cups of bread flour onto there, and then mix that in with 1.5 teaspoon of salt. I'm using a chopstick. It's easy for me and less messier, but these ones are the strong ones, not those ones that you get, not the long ones. I don't know, I can't differentiate them, guys. And then I also added a little bit of 50 mils of water just to make it to this consistency, and then I covered it with a cling wrap, and then I'm going to leave it to prove up until it has doubled in size. If you want to, you can knead it a little bit more than this, but I was too tired and too lazy. And then after a few hours, so let's just say 2 hours, it has risen. And then I transferred it onto my floured surface, and then I kneaded it a little bit. You can see that the gluten has developed, even though I did not knead it. It is your choice. You can do this stage when you mix your dough, but now I do it. So I do it after it has risen. And I took a piece that I'm going to put in a console jar for next time when I bake. If I'm going to bake the following day, I will leave it on the counter and not close the lid of the console jar all the way through. If it's going to be, I won't bake the following day, I'll put it in a fridge. And then I shaped the remaining dough into a ball again, and I cut it into 4 parts and turn those into rolls and leave them on the counter for 30 minutes to rise again. While that is going, I started on my chicken breast. Your filling can be anything you want. You can also do beef if you want, or mince. It depends up to you. It depends on you. And then I'm going to grate my mozzarella and my cheddar cheese. But before that, I went ahead and pan fried my chicken breast with a little bit of aromat or salt. It depends on you. It's according to your preference. And then I asked my son to slice up some green chili for me. I didn't have jalapeno, but I was making jalapeno pizza. So I improvised with the chilies, the fresh chilies, the green chilies. But I used jalapeno chutney instead of our normal tomato base or sauce. I use jalapeno chutney. And I also, you can do barbecue chicken. Instead of using tomato, you will just use barbecue sauce. So now I'm using jalapeno chutney, added cheddar and mozzarella, and then added a bit of onion there. Don't put too much, but and then I added my chicken there, and then I proceeded into adding my green chilies. Put as many as you want. If you have small kids, skip this part. The chutney is fine. And then I added more cheddar and more mozzarella, and then we are going to bake it at 190 degrees. I'm not going to tell you how long because ovens differ, and this is after it has been baked. And then I'm transferring it onto the chopping board and then cut it into 4 equal pieces. And that's what we had for dinner. This was simple. No, it was not simple, but it was yummy. I hope you try it, and then if you do, please let me know how it tastes. Please let me know if it's variety of pizza that you would make again. I would definitely make it again.